ओके सो सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन सर मेरा आप ही के लिए यही होगा, लाइक ऑब्वियसली ओनिंग सच ए सुपर कार हर किसी की एक ड्रीम होती है कि यू नो वी वांट टू बाय एन Audi R8 और Lamborghini Gallardo और एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ कार लाइक दैट, बट सुपर कार्स की एक मेन जो चीज़ जो बहुत लोग ओवरलुक कर देते हैं दैट इज़ बाइंग कॉस्ट एक चीज़ होती है, बट देन मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट इज़ अ ह्यूज टिकट आइटम फॉर यू नो मेंटेनिंग दीज कार्स। तो मेंटेनेंस वाइज आपकी जो ओनरशिप इस कार के साथ रही है अभी तक, आपने जितनी भी ये गाड़ी चलाई है, हाउ मेनी किलोमीटर्स हैव यू ड्रिवन इट एंड उसमें कितनी बार आपने सर्विस कराई है, क्या कॉस्ट रहा है?
So as you know, I bought this car. It was used. So it's like I got the service done. I think after maybe driving it for 2,000 kilometers. So that was just a basic service, just an oil change, AC filters, oil filter and stuff. But even that was about 45 to 50,000 rupees.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure if you do something like a brake pads change or you know tires or something, it's going to be very very expensive.
Right. क्योंकि normally if I talk about एक मेजर सर्विस भी इस कार में, इफ यू आर सेइंग जस्ट अ नॉर्मल सर्विस लाइक 45-50,000 के आसपास थी, तो ऑब्वियसली लाइक अ मेजर सर्विस जिसके अंदर कुछ पार्ट्स चेंज होने हो दैट वुड समवेयर टच अराउंड 1 लाख। एंड टायर्स ऑब्वियसली एक बहुत बड़ी चीज़ रहती है बिकॉज दीज आर नॉट नॉर्मल टायर्स जो हम इसमें डालते हैं, दोज आर वेरी वाइडर टायर्स एंड वाइडर टायर्स इंडिया के अंदर तो स्पेशली इंपोर्ट होते हैं, तो इंपोर्ट होने की वजह से टैक्सेस वगैरह भी लग जाते हैं एंड देर क्वाइट एक्सपेंसिव। सो दैट इज़ लाइक अ मेजर पार्ट ऑफ ओनिंग अ सुपर कार जो बहुत लोग ओवरलुक कर देते हैं, दैट यू नो नॉट जस्ट 1 crore और 2 crores टू बाय द कार, बट देन उसके बाद भी जो आपकी रेगुलर मेंटेनेंस में जो पैसे लगने वाले हैं दैट इज
And even the fuel economy and stuff, because whoever is going to buy this car is not going to you know drive it in auto mode or
right.
going to drive it in sports mode. So definitely, I mean, if you are pushing the car, it will be around 3-4 kilometers or something like that. So.
But coming to that, actually मेरे को ये पूछना था आपसे because you know Audi R8 को एक बहुत डेली ड्राइवेबल सुपर कार बोला जाता है, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट प्रैक्टिकल सुपर कार्स आउट देयर। तो आपके मायने में वो एक्चुअली चीज है? हैव यू ड्रिवन दिस कार एज अ डेली कार फॉर यू और नॉट?
Not on Indian roads. I mean, I've driven it practically, you know, like 5 or 6 times a week, but it's just within the city most of the times. Like I don't take it to work because my work is about 15 kilometers from Chandigarh.
Okay.
And the roads aren't that great. And secondly, you know, traffic. There's too much traffic at that time.
Right.
Peak hour. So it's you know no point sitting in traffic with such a huge engine.
Right. Obviously. So city driving में वैसे आपको fuel economy कितनी देती है? Like if you're driving normally, not very fast or something.
About 6-7.
6-7 and fast में 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even 6-7 is pretty good for a V10.
Yeah. For a 5.2 or 5 liter.
5.2.
5.2 liter V10. Seriously, 6 and 7 is nothing to complain about actually.
Yeah.
But one question एक और जो है that is when you are driving this car on the road, that experience is something that you can never match with any other car. And obviously बहुत लोग ऐसी cars को देखकर excite भी होते हैं. So उनके reactions कैसे रहते हैं? Has anything ever dangerous happened to you कि मतलब कोई गाड़ी आपकी गाड़ी देखते देखते उनका ध्यान नहीं रहा या वो आपकी गाड़ी के बहुत पास आ गए या something like that?
Yeah, many times. I mean, you get a lot of attention, but sometimes unwanted attention as well. Like people will be filming you while they're driving or they're riding their bikes. So you know, I tend to just slow down and let them go. And there's been many, you know, people start racing with you.
Right.
So yeah, you get lots of instances like that.
Right, exactly. मेरे को एक बार याद है, so I was coming back from Delhi with Vipul भैया, and he had his Fabia at the time जिसके अंदर exhaust था.
Right.
So just listening to that exhaust, हमें हाईवे पे नाना करते हुए भी 3-4 लोग ऐसे मिले थे who wanted to race us. And that was just a normal car with a exhaust, obviously with a super car, and that to such a flashy red color.
In Chandigarh, near Hotel Mount View, there was this guy in a Maruti Suzuki.
Okay.
Both of them were totally drunk.
Okay.
And they started racing me, like literally rear-ending my car at time. So I just stopped on the side, and then he's like, "We want to race," and like, I don't want to race.
Obviously, there's not even any comparison.
Yeah. So you get people like that all the time.
Okay, right. One question, इसके अलावा like other than this R8, what other cars do you have in your garage?
I have a BMW X3.
Okay.
And we have a 525D as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And like you also keep traveling outside of India as well. So what kind of cars do you have over there?
Over there I have an X5. the current gen,
Okay.
and I have a Jeep, a Wrangler,
Okay.
and I have a Harley, the V-Rod Muscle.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, so previous to this car, did you have any other performance car as well?
No, I have the S5. So
You had the S5.
yeah, that was pretty quick.
Right.
So yeah.
अच्छा, so एक main question जो आता है, that is S5 is more of a family car. Like obviously it's performance driven, but then 4 seats and it's a very comfortable car as well.
Yeah.
So driving that car and this car, what is the major difference that you've noticed between the two?
They are poles apart, man. I mean, this is a total, sports
Track
car,
weapon.
and yeah.
Okay.
I mean, totally different cars.
Right. And is this a completely stock car?
No, this is stage 1 tune.
Okay.
So it's about 600 horsepower.
Okay. And you also have coilovers in the car, right?
Yeah, it's got coilovers. That's where you get a better stance.
Uh-huh.
Because there was another LMX that was parked next to my car on Sunday,
Okay.
and could see that my car was much lower and it sat pretty well, so it was very, very well stanced.
Achha, by the way, LMX, if you guys don't know, LMX is the limited edition of the R8, one of 99 in the whole world, and I guess one of 3 in India.
I'm not sure.
If I'm-
2 are in Chandigarh.
Two are in Chandigarh, and if I'm not wrong, there is a bronze one somewhere in south of India. So there are 3 in India, which is a huge thing. With like out of 99, 3 itself are in India, which is huge. And I have made a different video on the LMX as well. We did a complete review of that car. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it in the description down below. Usko zarur check karna. It's a very special car. But जैसे आपने बताया that your car is lowered. सुपर कार्स वैसे ही इतनी लो होने की वजह से, एंड पीपल हैव दिस थिंग दैट सुपर कार्स इंडिया में नहीं चल सकती क्योंकि बहुत लो गाड़ियाँ होती हैं. नाउ योर कार बीइंग इवन फर्दर लोअर्ड, क्या ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो आप ध्यान में रखते हो व्हेनेवर टेकिंग दिस कार आउट, और आर देयर एनी प्लेसेस वेयर यू जस्ट आउटराइट से कि मैं लेके नहीं जा सकता अपनी गाड़ी वहाँ पे?
नहीं, I mean, if the roads are very bad, I won't take it. But we've been to Kasauli, we've been to Anandpur Sahib, we've been to lots of places close by Chandigarh, and it's been fine. I mean, till now, it seems it's very low, but actually, when you drive it, it pretty much goes over bumps and speed breakers and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I think I haven't had any issues till now.
Obviously, मतलब आपको ध्यान जरूर रखना पड़ेगा. You can't drive as carelessly as you would in a normal car.
Yeah.
बट इट्स नॉट एज इफ कि मतलब चल ही नहीं सकती, मतलब बहुत
नहीं,
दिक्कत है,
बड़ी-
something like that, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
हाँ.
एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, जो सबसे मेरे लिए एक बहुत ज़रूरी क्वेश्चन जो मुझे लगता है, बिकॉज R8 इज दैट. सो बेसिकली एक छोटी सी स्टोरी इफ आई टेल यू गाइज, R8 is the first supercar that I ever drove and actually sat in as well. So it was in 2019 October, white color V8, not the V10 version. That is the first car that I ever drove, and that is one of the reasons why the R8 is one of the most closest to my heart. One car that I obviously want in my garage at one point. तो एक क्वेश्चन जो मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी लगता है इस कार के लिए, जो आपसे मुझे पूछना है, वो ये है, when you bought your car, what was your reaction? What was the thing that what was going on in your mind at that time? Because people who buy a supercar, people who own a supercar, that is something that not everyone can do.
It was like a dream come true, man. I mean, I've always thought about owning a supercar, but this car, I mean, when it arrived, it came in a truck. My friend Zoravar was very instrumental in getting this car for me, so we got it delivered to his house.
Okay.
And he was in Delhi at that time, so I waited for him to come back. So he reached at about 3 a.m.
Okay.
and both of us, we took delivery of the car. He got it down from the truck, and then we took it for a spin at night. So it was an amazing experience. I mean,
Obviously, I mean-
yeah, and like the comfort part that you were saying, like it's a daily driver and stuff like that. It's like my friend Zoravar, he's I think over 6 feet tall, and he's pretty well built, but even he finds it very comfortable to sit in this car. It's got lots of leg room, headroom, and the seats are very comfortable. So I mean, as compared to sitting in a Lamborghini or a McLaren or something where you are like totally
you're fitted in place. You can't really move.
So it's very comfortable that way. So yeah, it is a daily driver.
And other than this car, what are the other supercars that you've driven?
I haven't driven much. I mean, I've driven the Aston Martin. Which one is that? Vantage, yeah.
Okay.
I think not many cars. I drove the R8 before I bought it.
Okay.
But I didn't really like it that much at that time. I don't know, maybe the car wasn't that great. It was pretty beat up or something.
So a different R8 than this one.
It was the LMX.
Achha, okay, you drove the LMX.
I
okay.
drove it on the track at Booth Circuit.
Achha, oh.
But I found like it was an Audi event, so all the cars I drove, I found the RS6 the best.
Okay.
The very drivable, very planted, very beautiful car. I mean, I really like that car.
Okay.
So, but I mean, this one I find it pretty good. Yeah.
तो जब आप ये गाड़ी लेने का प्लान कर रहे थे, when you were looking for a supercar, what were the other cars that you had also considered, other than this?
We were considering pretty much everything. I mean, we considered a Lambo, we considered a Porsche. I would love to own a Porsche at some point, but yeah.
Okay, so मेरा actually next question ये वाला था, what is the other car, the next car that you would want to add? That's a Porsche for you. Okay, so
Porsche, maybe an Aventador or something, a V12.
Aventador, that would be amazing. Adding a Aventador to Chandigarh would be amazing.
Yeah.
There was only one in Chandigarh before, and we did shoot that, by the way. Another link to the description down below. But that car was a next level experience. I mean, very, very violent car, I would say. But you know, the experience is something that you can never complain about. You would never say that in the Aventador, even though it's a very uncomfortable car, to be very honest. But you still, it hits you at a different level, the way that car drives and stuff. But last question would be, in terms of driving this car every day, obviously we talked about fuel economy, but do you use any higher octane fuel in this car or the normal?
I use the 95.
95?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So if I just wanted to give an overview to you guys about everything about this review, first off, buying a car and then maintaining the car are two different things. Buying a car, obviously it takes a huge amount of money to buy these supercars, but then it also takes a huge amount of money to maintain these cars. 40 to 50,000 rupees for a normal service, somewhere about a lakh rupees for a major service, and then you know, tires and brake pads and all of those stuffs included. काफ़ी ज़्यादा खर्चे हो जाते हैं इन गाड़ियों के, but the experience that these cars deliver, the attention that these cars get, all of that I think at the end of the day is worth it. It's worth the amount of money that you're spending and the smile on the face that you get when you push these cars.
There was like where I live, there are these small kids. Like their parents work in the houses nearby, but they, as soon as they hear the car start up, like at the cold start, they would line up outside, and every day one of them they want to ride in the car. So I've given like a few rides to them.
अच्छा, by the way, yes, मतलब मैं ये रिव्यू के बिल्कुल एंड तक मैं बचा रहा था इस बात को, but I do genuinely want to say that, you know, I really respect you, sir, for, you know, the person that you are. It's very hot today, and you know, I just gave him one call that, sir, I want to do a shoot with your car, and he was like, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, let's do it. गर्मी में we are doing this shoot right now. Never says no to a ride. Everything about, you know, the experience that you want to know about a car, very genuine to tell you everything about it. And I guess everyone has seen that reel, by the way, जिसके अंदर कोई एक बच्चा ना गाड़ी को देख रहा होता है, उसके ऊपर लिखा होता है, it always starts with a dream.
Yeah.
And the people who actually help you come one step closer to that dream by either letting you sit in the car or giving you a ride in that car, my respect for those people is on the next level. क्योंकि वो experience एक बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ है दिखाने के लिए, and to give you motivation to actually one day do buy those cars.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, sir, for that.
Most welcome.
And that's almost it for this review, guys. I really hope you like this video. I hope आपको कुछ नया पता चले about, you know, owning a supercar in India. Share this video as much as you can, और इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना बिल्कुल ना भूलें, क्योंकि उससे मुझे बहुत मोटिवेशन मिलती है आपके लिए नया कंटेंट निकालने की. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.